let me in, yeah.
Hey guys, what's going on, dudes? It is David here. We are back with another video. Now, in this video, guys, we're going to be discussing the possibility of who should go number one for the NFL draft. Now, the two most likely prospects. Now, when I say going number one, I mean in terms of quarterback, because all signs have pointed to Joe Burrow going to number one, and I still think Joe Burrow is going to be the number one draft pick. But now that Tua says he's healthy, could there possibly be a trade, or Tua could go number one and the Bengals pass on Joe Burrow? Because if Joe Burrow actually does go to Cincinnati, I'm sorry, Cincinnati Bengals fans, he's gonna hate it there. Like, you guys don't have a good front office. The Miami Dolphins have a decent front office, so if Joe Burrow were to go to the Dolphins, he would just love it there. Tua's most likely going to go to the Dolphins, and then the Chargers are going to get Justin Herbert, and then it's a toss-up for anybody between Jordan Love. But in my honest opinion, when it comes to Joe Burrow and Tua Tugalivoa, I actually don't think Joe Burrow should go number one. The only reason I think Joe Burrow is going number one is based off his senior year performance, obviously, which is a record performance with LSU. But look how long it took him to get to where he is. Joe Burrow, before this year, was probably going to be at least a third or fourth round draft pick. Now he's the first overall pick. As of right now, he's the first overall pick. Things could change in this next couple of days. The NFL draft is in a few weeks. Anything can change. But really, Tua should be the number one draft pick for one specific reason. Tua has shown a lot more than Joe Burrow, in my honest opinion. The reason why Tua has shown a lot more than Joe Burrow is because Tua has been competitive in each and every one of his seasons. Tua's been right up there with one of the very best. Joe Burrow took until his senior year and a new head coach to get to where he is right now. Tua Tugalivoa, you guys remember Tua Tugalivoa's first game was in the national championship game. And he replaced Jalen Hurts? And he came in and took over the game and won Alabama the national championship. And Tua, another reason why Tua is not going to go number one is because of his injuries and his hip surgery that he just recently had. He says he's fine, but do we all believe it? Can they take the risk on it? The Bengals, I don't think they can take the risk on it. Miami Dolphins, they can certainly take the risk on it, because even if Tua can sit for a year, at the Bengals, Joe Burrow's not going to sit. Joe Burrow's going to go right out there starting quarterback, because the Bengals don't have anybody to go ahead of Joe Burrow for at least a season. They don't have a veteran to go ahead of Joe Burrow. So Joe Burrow's going to be tossed right in there, and if Joe Burrow doesn't perform, everybody's going to be like, the Bengals should at least give him a year to rest. I mean, look at all the good quarterbacks in the NFL right now. You have Patrick Mahomes, sat out a year. You have Deshaun Watson, did not sat out a year, but he's still very, very good. And Lamar Jackson sat out half a year most of the time, and then came in. The Miami Dolphins are going to do the right thing and pick Tua Tugalivoa, and I think it's going to be the better future for them. So, in all honest opinion, when it comes to the battle between who's going to be the better quarterback and who's going to have the better future between Tua and Joe Burrow, it's going to be Tua. Just because Miami's probably going to sit him for a year, or sit him for half a year, let him learn under Ryan Fitzpatrick, even though that's a joke to learn under, to be honest. I know he's a veteran, but he's a joke. And he's going to learn under Ryan Fitzpatrick. He's going to become a better quarterback. And then half the way through the season, or maybe even next season, Tua will be the starting quarterback for the Miami Dolphins, and by then, the Miami Dolphins also have draft picks in the first round next year. They could get him some receiver options, they could get him some offensive line to help him out, because the Miami Dolphins have one of the worst offensive lines in the NFL. But when it comes to Joe Burrow's situation, Joe Burrow, Cincinnati Bengals, he's gonna get roughed up in that division, because you got Myles Garrett and the Cleveland Browns. You got the Pittsburgh Steelers who are building that defense. They got Minka Fitzpatrick, who's a player that Dolphins traded to the Pittsburgh Steelers, and then they got Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. That is a very, very tough division, but very tough defensively. I'll be honest. The Browns' defense is pretty good. The Pittsburgh Steelers' defense is pretty good, and Baltimore is building up their defense. So it's going to be a rough season for Joe Burrow. But in terms of Joe Burrow, I don't expect them to have a better career than Tua Tugalivoa. One simple factor: the front office is bad at Cincinnati. I don't even know if they have a good offensive line, to be honest. I think they got some people in free agency, but in all honest opinion, it's the reason why Joe Burrow is going to have to start week 1 in the NFL. Tua Tugalivoa won't have to start because the Miami Dolphins have Ryan Fitzpatrick, and he can learn under, he can sit, they can rest him, he can like rest his body to make sure he's all ready to go when he gets that starting job. Because Tua Tugalivoa will be the quarterback for the future for the Miami Dolphins, and unfortunately, Joe Burrow may turn out like the last LSU guy to be the number 1 pick, which was Jamarcus Russell. I'm not going to say he's going to be a bust like Jamarcus Russell because Joe Burrow is definitely better than Jamarcus Russell, but there's a potential for Joe Burrow to do the same thing as what he did, and not just pan out. Because thrown out there, only rare few quarterbacks in the past few years have been actually thrown out there and they've actually done good. Deshaun Watson's a perfect example. Who's also another perfect example. Russell Wilson's another great example. But yeah, in terms of Joe Burrow, Tua Tugalivoa is gonna have the better career. Tua Tugalivoa should have been number 1. He had the better college career, and just because of his injuries, that's why he's not going to go number 1. But anyway, guys, I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Please do smash the like button. Make sure to share this video out, guys, with your friends. But anyway, guys, I will see you guys all later. Peace.